How can a stranger earn credibility or trust with anyone? Now, I'm not talking about a stranger on the street or in a crowd. I'm talking about an unfamiliar person that is being met for the first time in a social or professional setting. And for purposes of today's discussion, let's pretend that person is you. First impressions are not the only impressions, but according to me, they are the most important. And according to Dr. Emily Williams-Jones, first impressions form quickly. Quote, "It only takes about 7 seconds for someone to form a judgment about you upon meeting," end quote. Dr. Jones wrote in Psychology for Mental Health. I apply this 7 seconds rule to any informal introduction, any start of a speech, or any opening line of an electronic communication. I'm regularly amazed at how seldom others do. Warren Buffett once said, quote, "It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it," end quote. I will translate this for today's discussion to, quote, "It takes 20 minutes to build credibility and only 5 seconds to ruin it." Buffett inspired an excellent discussion on credibility in a class of mine this week. I'm hopeful he would approve of how we grew from it. I asked one of my classes Monday where they would look for a credible source that could speak with authority about anything and everything to do with money. These are business students, after all. Following several moments of uncomfortable silence, one student blurted out, "Warren Buffett." "Good," I replied. "Of course, right? But that's not what I meant exactly. I'm prepping them for research, so I followed up with another question. And where would you find any of Buffett's great knowledge and advice published?" More awkward silence ensued. So I engaged a specific student on the matter who ultimately admitted, "I don't know who Warren Buffett is." After a little laughter, I took a moment to make sure that the entire class of young business students all know who he is now. However, the original question remains. Where do we search for credibility? What makes any person or entity credible? I agree with Mr. Buffett, but I want to teach people how to become credible quickly, to become trusted soon after that, and both long before 20 years have come to pass. Dictionary.com defines credibility as, quote, "the quality of being believable or worthy of trust," end quote. My only problem with the definition is that the word quality shouldn't be singular. It should be plural. There is a rather long list of individual things we do or should do to build our credibility with others. Most of them are small, but all of them matter. I will only list a few generic areas of examples here because the full list might stretch to Buzz Lightyear's infinity and beyond. The short list, just for today, is number 1, be on time. Not early, not late, on time. Now, that usually requires you are at least a little early, but when you announce that you have arrived early, you have gone from being prompt to being irritating in less than the proverbial 7 seconds. Number 2, be prepared. Is there an expectation of you at this event? Meet it. Are you unsure of any expectations? Ask about them ahead of time. Number 3, be goal-oriented. Is the purpose of this meeting to solve the world's problems, or is it to get to know each other? If the goal is the latter, then be curious about who you are meeting by having questions prepared and make getting to know them more important than having them get to know you. And number 4, be better than those who wing it. If we know a judgment is coming and in only 7 seconds, then let's make them 7 good ones. Obviously, young people beginning a journey directed toward financial achievement will value the views of those who have already achieved financial success. Warren Buffett is a great example for a great number of reasons. But Buffett's advice on the 20 years it takes to build a reputation doesn't mean that time is the primary ingredient. I would argue that time is incidental. I teach that the focus should be on displaying competence, care, and character in how to approach others, and it will pay dividends both quickly and over time. The young and brilliant students I teach are usually in a hurry and in every possible way. They are all about the age of a Warren Buffett reputation or 20 years old. Being thoughtful about where to find credibility will hopefully inspire them to also build their own 7 seconds at a time.